I'm going to share 15 business ideas. I'm going to make them unique. I'm going to make them different. So trust me when I say I put hours into researching business models for you guys. So hopefully you benefit from the fact that one of these ideas at least is the business idea you're going to start in 2024. But let's get right into it because I want to pack as much information and detail as I can in this video for you guys. Number one, an industry many people want to get into, but it's always an issue when it comes down to money. Well, hopefully I can give you the solution. The solution is a food truck. You can purchase a food truck for a fairly decent price, and actually you're seeing a lot more food trucks become the norm in recent times. Go on eBay and actually you're looking at food trucks from anywhere from 5,000 up to 12, 13,000. So, it's clear that you don't have to spend as much as if you had your own shop or to do the fitting out and that sort of thing. However, you will need to make sure you go to the council and find out what licenses you need, what permissions you need. That's the sort of thing that you will need to do if you want to have your own food truck, but it's definitely a great way to get into the food industry. High ticket closing. Now, you may or may not have seen this stuff on social media, and actually you can become a high ticket closer. You don't need to have tons and tons of information. You don't learn how to swim by reading a book. And so you don't learn how to do sales technically without making the calls. So you need some theory. After that, you need to start making the calls and trying to become a good closer. How do you get the work? Let me explain how you get the work. You need to get in touch with the companies that look for salespeople. You need to get in touch with companies that advertise a lot of sales roles. Get in touch with them, ask them what sort of sales and closing they need, then ask them for a percentage, and that's how you can become a high ticket closer. Now, you will need some theory, so try to understand exactly how sales, negotiating, dealing with objections, that stuff works, and it's definitely an opportunity you can take up. One of the most annoying things about getting your car washed is when you have to go somewhere to get your car washed. Actually, what you need to do is do something remotely. So imagine having a remote car wash, going to offices, buildings, and asking a whole office whether people need their cars washed. You'll be surprised how in a whole building where there's 200, 300, 400 people working, how easy it can be to wash 10 cars. And if you're washing 10 cars every single day, you'll be making a lot of money. I mean, I don't even know if that's possible. At that point, you're probably going to need to hire people, but do remote car cleaning, go to offices, go to companies, and see if you can wash their cars at the premises. How can you wash your car without water though? One might ask. There are products now that are waterless car washes, products out there where you give them a little spray, do whatever you got to do, and you can clean a car without the water. And so if that's an issue, the council doesn't let you or that sort of thing, you can get products that you don't need to use water to wash cars. Now, an industry that is booming, an industry that is completely taking over, and in 2024 it's going to grow. In fact, 2026, 2027, it's going to be huge. Everyone's going to talk about it. Everyone already is talking about it. But guess what? People will not know how to adapt to the industry. And so you need to learn everything you can in AI. You need to become an AI consultant. You need to understand exactly how AI can help businesses to increase productivity and increase sales. Once you understand that, you're going to take your services to businesses. And when you take your services to businesses, you're going to be charging 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 consulting services, or you're going to just get on calls. However you want to monetize, you can. But once you have the information and once you can help businesses grow using AI, that's your specialty. And so become an AI consultant. Again, you can teach other people, you can employ other people. It's a huge, huge market and there is crazy amounts of scope. So learn as much as you can, and it does come down to understanding the theory side first. Now, something which I've actually started using recently, and I would say that there is a huge market for it because, well, I kind of struggle to find this business that much, and so I'm sharing it with you, right? It's tailor-made clothing. And let me explain. It exists, but really good tailor-made clothing when it comes to, for example, a tailor-made thobe. I know there are 1-2 businesses out there trying to do it, but it's definitely not done well. Are there really accessible tailor-made suit places? Yes, but they are a little bit difficult to find. And I don't know what it is, but everyone wants 6 weeks to make a tailor-made suit. That is just too long. Like, I want something within 5 days. I practically need something whilst I'm making this video within 5 days. And it's very difficult for me to find someone. However, someone's going to hook me up in Dubai. So inshallah, maybe next time I'll let you guys know who's going to hook me up in 3 days, actually. And maybe we can help them with some business as well. But tailor-made thobes, tailor-made clothing. It's a huge market. It's definitely needed. A lot of people want to obviously look nice now, especially with the summer coming up. Listen, we want nice clothes, right? We want to be looking good. And so there is a huge market with tailor-made clothes, tailor-made clothing. And you know what? I'm going to tell you a huge tip. Tailor-made clothing, how can you do it online? There's ways where you can take measurements of yourself through cameras and phones these days with the new iPhones. So maybe you need to develop an app where you can take measurements with your phone. Maybe you just use the measurement apps with the phone. But the point is, you need to be able to implement an app or a measurement tool into your website where people at home can take measurements, so you can therefore make tailor-made clothing without the person having to come into, well, the branch, the shop, or that sort of thing. So when you do that online, that's powerful. And trust me when I say this, that is a big gem and a big business. Someone should do it, because if no one does it, you're going to miss out. Now, a business which is completely passive, and you know what? Let's have a look. Trust me, I'm a big believer of this. You're going to approach engineering companies, warehouses, big factories, and you're going to ask them to put a vending machine in there. How much does a vending machine cost? You know what? Let's have a quick look at this. Vending machine. How much does it cost? Now, again, we're going to go on eBay, and by the way, eBay's not sponsoring this video and stuff. I don't even use sponsors, to be fair. So you know what? Like this video and leave a comment for support, because I'm trying to give you some crazy business ideas. And trust me, I've got some crazy ones coming up. So make sure, like this video, leave a comment below. But 500 to 1,500, you get different vending machines. And I guess some you can take card payments, some you don't take card payments. It's completely passive. If you can just get to the point where you put them in, you let people buy the products, you then come and restock every week. Hopefully you have to restock every 2-3 days. Completely passive. And I think it's a great model. And imagine spending £10,000 on just vending machines, putting them in good locations, and then just seeing the money come in. I mean, even if you're making £1,000, that is a crazy return for £10,000. And so people ask, how can I invest £10,000? I think starting a vending machine business is a great place, especially in the UK. Now, this could actually be £1 million business, no doubt. So imagine you're at home, something messes up with the pipes. Something messes up with the electrics. The first thing you do, you go on Google and, well, you try to find someone, right? I think that every single local area needs to have a company where you can be like, oh, let's just call West London Construction Company. Whatever you want to call it. It's not actually a construction company, but basically a company where you can have, we're going to call it a construction consultancy or company, but a company where you can have electricians, plumbers, you can have, anyone who is going to do something within a house, fix things up, whatever it might well be. But one company, you have them all. So if you can find a plumber, you can find an electrician, maybe you find someone to do sort of the inner decoration and that sort of stuff. That is exactly where you can make a lot of money, because you're in essence getting the business and you're supplying it to the electrician, the plumber, and that sort of thing. And trust me, the markup on those, it's actually quite a lot. Now, again, the next business being a landscaping business, which, by the way, summer's coming up and everyone's going to want to fix up their gardens. Everyone's going to have nice green space in the back of their houses. And so gardeners, landscapers, whatever you want to call them, huge market. If you can be the company that supplies these people, if you can market well, social media, TikTok, Instagram, that sort of thing, market well and be the company which provides the skill set, it is definitely a huge market. So make sure you guys are sort of taking these ideas in and thinking how you can implement them yourselves. And if one of these ideas wasn't relevant, doesn't mean there isn't one that is coming up which is relevant to you. This is a business that, trust me, I need. Like, I'll give you an idea. How many more people are doing homeschooling? A lot of people are going down the homeschooling route, but there are not enough kids activities. Unfortunately, because there isn't a culture to homeschool children in the Western countries, right? But it's definitely becoming a thing. And so I think hosting kids activities within your areas. And so obviously, if there are 50, 60, 70 people who are going to now start kids activities programs 1 day a week or that sort of thing, it is a huge market. I think it's definitely, I know that I would use it if I was in the UK. I'm not in the UK. Actually, there's loads of things in Dubai, the UAE, but there aren't that many in the UK, maybe because of the culture, but it's changing. So if you can organize events, do kids activities, a lot of the homeschool children now want to take out 1-2 days. Obviously, you want your children to be social as well as be homeschooled and, away from the schools because you want to teach them a certain way, which is completely fine. But I think you can also monetize that as a great business model. Now, it's something I did when I was 25 years old, and obviously I'm going to put it in there because after 6 months, I was making £20,000 a month, and I made that month 7, month 8, month 9, and that was a recruitment company. So a recruitment company is great. I think it's amazing because you're providing a service. It practically costs nothing to start. You can start a recruitment company and you are in essence finding an employee for an employer. Once you find that person, you charge a fee. Now, minimum, we're charging 15%. And so if there's a salary of £40,000 and you successfully find that candidate, then you're looking at £6,000 as a fee. Imagine that. There is an accountant and you find the accountant for a company, and your fee, as in you get paid for that from that company, £6,000. By the way, that's industry average. The market itself is worth billions of pounds just in the UK. And so obviously I would recommend that. It's something I've done myself and I still do it to this day. Affiliate marketing, again, is a great business idea. I think it really, really works. And in fact, we have a platform called Teach You where I'm going to take on just five people to do affiliate marketing. I'm going to give a very large affiliate link commission structure. So hopefully I can give back to you guys as well. And I guess it's like a win-win for both of us, but I can only do 5 people. So message me on my Instagram, AbuMusa_CH, if you're interested in doing affiliate marketing for Teach2IO. Only 5 spaces. You have to have some experience on a page, on an Instagram, on a TikTok or something like that. But we will also do monthly calls where we can get on a call. I can give you guys some help and help you, that sort of thing. So affiliate marketing is great. You can make some good money. It's completely passive. You can work your jobs and do it in the evenings. It's not really a problem, but you need some experience in it. Message me and we can organize something for yourselves as well. Learning a skill, no doubt, opens up many business models for yourself. So learning how to design, learning how to edit videos, designing and that sort of thing, it's super in need. It's something I need. It's something that many content creators need. And because there are content creators increasing as such, a lot of people are now making content. I think the need for editors, video editors, designers, that sort of thing, it's actually very needed. So if you can learn the skill of doing it very, very well, good editors, I think, are very hard to find, to be fair. I'm sure my editor is going to say the same thing whilst he's editing this video, and he's probably going to be smiling whilst he's watching this video. Now, I can't give you 15 business ideas without mentioning e-commerce. I think e-commerce is a great business model. The only thing with e-commerce is you obviously have to have some capital in the beginning because you want to buy your products beforehand before you sell your products, right? So you're going to need £500,000, something like that, where you can buy the products. Where you buy them from, obviously it could be China, it could be Alibaba, wherever you decide to buy your products. You then sell them on social media. Helps hugely. I mean, I think a lot of brands, a lot of businesses actually start completely from social media, where you make your videos with your products, you then sell your products on social media, and all of a sudden you have a booming e-commerce brand, right? So it's not to say only social media, because you can run ads, you can do other ways, but get a product, make sure it's a good product, make content with it on social media, and you have a really good business model in e-commerce. So e-commerce is a fantastic business model where I think a lot of people should at least look at it, though obviously it does come with its obstacles and it can sometimes be very difficult. Now, something I realized, a culture which is changing, a society thing which is changing, we're not making as much food. We're not cooking as much. I mean, let's be honest, right? The husband and the wife now go to work. Let's be honest. The mothers, they used to cook, but our mother's going to be around in another 20, 30 years. I mean, may Allah give them a long life, and hopefully, our mothers stay above us. And I think, it's an amazing feeling having our mothers. But the reality is we're not cooking as much as we used to. And so meal prepping, halal meal prepping, and even if it's not healthy, right? Even if it's like Asian food, because you don't get to have Asian food anymore, I think meal prepping is actually amazing. I think a food meal prep service, amazing. I would definitely use it myself. And I think it should be more accessible. If it's more accessible, I think more people use it. So I think a lot of people would definitely use meal prepping. And if that's something that you guys want to get into and think actually you're good at, definitely do it. Now, by the way, a lot of people used to make a lot of money fixing up CVs. A lot of people I know myself have made a lot of money just fixing up CVs for £30-40. You can do the exact same thing now. Industries change, culture changes for LinkedIn, because a lot of people are getting jobs through LinkedIn. So become a LinkedIn specialist, help people optimize their LinkedIn, then charge people £50-60 to optimize their LinkedIn. It's a service you provide. You can do 2-3 a day and you make a decent money on the side, and you can train people do it a lot more and actually make it a full-time business where you're making 5, 6, 7,000 pounds a month. And who's to say you can't make more than that? But LinkedIn optimizing, I think it's amazing. It helps people get more jobs. It helps in terms of, I am going to look at your LinkedIn if I am going to hire you as such. So I think it's very important to be able to have a good LinkedIn profile and be able to optimize it the way you should. Like this video, share with your family and friends. That's all from me today.